Anna Smirnova, Osetek.
Okay. And you came to America in what year?
I came to the United States on January 18th, 2002, and I started my winter semester, spring semester, in actually on the 22nd, so only 5 days after I came here. And the first day I came here, obviously, it was just a totally shocking experience.
What was shocking?
I came from, I studied at the university before I came here. So obviously it's a large building and there's an enormous amount of people and enormous amount of students. And when I came here, it was just so cozy and so small, and I just didn't expect that. But it was so, I just noticed how clean it is and how everything is structured and everyone is everyone knows kind of what they're doing, and everyone kind of belonged to the college, and that's what struck me the most. And when I came, obviously I had a bag with donated books and notebooks and donated pens, and I came in and I had like no idea where to go or who to talk to. I had no friends, and I was the first day I ate lunch by myself in the cafeteria, and I felt like one of those separated students. But within, I want to say, probably 7 days, a week, I formed a group of friends that actually would come in. Like every time I would come in, everyone would greet me, and I just felt so warm and so welcome. And, having struggled with the language at the beginning, obviously that gives you a little bit more confidence to to study and to be involved, I guess, in the college life.
So what were some of the high points of your experiences at MCC?
I want to say that MCC was the beginning. It probably was the most exciting years of my life. It gave me an inspiration to study. It gave me an inspiration to learn. I had to learn from very scratch. I mean, going from a structure where you have to memorize and recite back what you've learned from the book, I felt like MCC gave me a direction to think. And that was something, the experience that I carried on for years after that. And wherever I would go, I would take that, the little things, the things that teachers would throw at us. Like I've learned a new word, epiphany, that I've carried on for years with me from Ray Strickland, and that's this was something that like always inspired me. How she just took something so little and turned it into like years of trying to learn from, and just I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but I've met the most remarkable people probably at MCC. I still have my best friend, Victoria Yale, who's an alumni of MCC. We're neighbors now in Massachusetts. And we've been friends for almost 12 years now. And my another friend, Martha Martinez, we were in class together also. So these are almost like friendships that you develop for life.
And after MCC, you went to Eastern to finish to earn a bachelor's degree?
Yes, I got a bachelor's degree from Eastern Connecticut State University. I've noticed that I had really strong knowledge when I got there. My base was really strong, even though I had a lot more to learn to attain the bachelor's degree.
So do you think that MCC prepared you well for your move to Eastern?
Absolutely. I felt like I got the foundation where I could build from.
Do you think your perspective as an international student gave you a different experience here, or a different viewpoint approaching your education?
Well, as I said before, it taught me to think more than to read and recite back. And I think it also gave me the base to develop the individual that I am and also expand my interests. Taking classes in different fields, even if you have a concentration, was a huge help because I almost, in the end of my school, after 2 years of being here, I found my passion, actually something that I was passionate about that I never recognized before. And that was...
I'm just going to interject here for a second to follow up on Bob's question, and that is, did you find, what did you find distinctive about American student learning as compared to your learning? I understood what you said, which is, they teach you to think, but I'm talking about the performance of American students as compared to international students. Was there a difference?
I think it's very personal. I think here it's different because international students are very structured. You have 7 classes that you learn from. You 7 classes, and then you have a day. That's a day. And then you go home and you study for the rest of the afternoon. Then you come in and you have 7 classes again, and then you study in the afternoon. So it's very impersonal. You get in and you're in a spot every single day where you have to stand in the middle of the classroom and recite back what you've learned the night before.
And this is in the Ukraine?
This is in the Ukraine. When I came here, it was more of, all right, let's close the books and let's discuss what we just read. So it was just like totally different approach. And everyone was I think I was just amazed how free everyone felt to express their opinion. They were not afraid. They were, whether it was acceptable opinion to the other students or not, it was welcome by the teacher, and it was definitely appreciated.
Okay. And your concentration here, was it communication?
Yes.
And is that what you earned your bachelor's degree in at Eastern Connecticut?
Yes.
Okay. And so then what happened after Eastern? What did you do after you got your bachelor's degree?
I worked at Channel 3 in Springfield. That's their sister, WSHM, for a year. I worked as a sales assistant. So I was getting ready all the packages for sales people, and obviously interacted closely with the team, with the talent. And then I decided to go back to college to earn a master's degree in business because I felt like it would give me just a little bit more. I would be more well-rounded as an individual, and I could use it in the future a little bit more.
And how long did it take you to earn your MBA?
It took me 3 years.
Okay. And after that, what was the next step in your journey?
The next step was obviously to get a job. I worked for Hamilton Sundstrand as a business manager for a few years, and then I kind of took a little break, and I'm involved with trading international securities right now. Mm-hmm. That's something that's in the works that hopefully will turn out well.
Talk about your extracurricular experiences at the college, your work experience, and the other things that you did in addition to the classroom. The newspaper, do you need help with that?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I wrote for the newspaper for 2.5 years that I studied at the MCC, and that was an amazing experience. And that's where I met my best friend that I'm still friends with, and we just had so much fun. And I've improved my writing skills so much. And this is something that I also can carry on with me forever because it doesn't. It's almost like exciting to cover something. I remember being involved with wine auctions and going out there and actually talking to people, and we were this. I don't know, it was just amazing experience because we were all so close and we spent so much time together that it's almost like I couldn't wait to get back to college and talk to them again the next morning.
Do you ever think of how your life would be different had you stayed in Ukraine?
Oh no, I don't want to think about it. I probably coming here was such. I feel like Cinderella sometimes. I honestly do, because I feel like if I didn't meet Susan and Chuck, and if I didn't get an opportunity to come here and study and actually change my life around, you know, I'm living. This is like the second chance that I'm given, you know, and I really appreciate that and I value it so much. It's life changing.
You worked at the college.
Yes.
Talk about the first job you had and when you got it and why. Do you recall?
I was working at the English lab, and I got it in. Actually, I got this job in February, and I got the job because my English skills were strong enough where I could teach other foreign students. Yeah, and I interacted with different kinds of. That's another thing that was very different to me, is that there's so many students of different races, different ages, which was mind-boggling to me in Ukraine because most students are between ages of 18 and 25. And you have students coming from all over the state and all over almost country even. Different personalities, different nationalities, backgrounds, even language, you know, that it was just amazing to interact with so many people on such different levels.
So if you were talking to a person who was considering coming to MCTC to start their education, what would you tell them about the school?
I would tell them that if they afraid to get into educational system and they don't know how to, this is the place that will ease you into the educational process. And I think if MCC was a 4-year school or a 6-year school or whatever else, I would stay here. I was crying when I was graduating because I did not want to leave, and I was just so welcome here. I was so comfortable, and by the end of my second year, you know, you walk in and you know everybody in the building, and it's just like a big family.
Anything you'd like to add on that?
The other thing that I would like to point out also that I've really valued here is that teachers have such deep knowledge in what they do, and a lot of teachers are from their fields, from something that they've experienced, so they had a career in. And this is something that's very important because you bring out somebody from the field who's been there, who's done that. They know how to deal with certain situations. They know how to handle certain aspects, you know. And when students learn from it, obviously they're not susceptible to that environment, so they can learn and absorb from somebody else. And that's something that you will carry on to your future, you know, career or any other path you take.
I want to make a footnote, go back to the comments she made, which I found very impressive. She arrived on the 18th, an overnight flight, and 4 days later was sitting in a classroom taking classes, which is a comment on her English skills and her academic skills on the fly. She didn't even register for the courses. She wasn't here. They were registered for her. So she literally walked in the door and after only a couple of days rest started taking classes. That was pretty amazing. Just want to make that point.
Well done.